Hey guys, how's it going? So in this one we are going to see if PUBG is playable at ultra low, so 720p at 70% resolution scale, which comes out to 896 by 504p resolution. God damn, is that ugly. And right now we're playing at ultra 1080p 100% resolution scale at ultra graphics. Now, I was going to just see how ugly we could make PUBG look, but that's not too fun, so I thought to myself, let's also see if it's playable, and if you have to play it at that resolution, I feel sorry for you. It is a pain in the ass, as you'll see later in the video. So right now we're playing in Ultra, as you can see, and some of the pros about Ultra is everything's nice and crisp. You can see what's ahead of you. You can see it targets. It's not all pixelated. It looks nice to the eye. And if you have a nice rig like I do, it can play just fine. 90 FPS and up. But knowing PUBG, it can dip down to like even 20 sometimes for a split second. I find it also a lot more enjoyable to play because you can actually see what's 100 to 200 meters in front of you. Unlike when you go to this ultra low settings, it is fucking really hard to see what's in front of you. Even like within 100 meters, what is that, a guy? Is it a leaf? Is that a bush? But now some of the negatives of playing in such a high graphical setting is that the foliage becomes your enemy because it becomes so dense, and it's sometimes also hard to distinguish objects what they are because everything just kind of mushes together sometimes, and it can lower FPS at times where you don't want it to lower the FPS, especially in FPS games where the shit going on is bullets flying by your head, artillery is coming in, and it hits the shitter, and then when it comes back to your dead, like, what? So, now that there's some positives and negatives there for the Ultra, let's go take a look at the ultra low graphics. So, yeah, you can see it's really different, very different. Even the lighting of the map is different. The color tones are extremely dull, unlike the Ultra, where they're very vibrant, and everything just kind of looks like mush and like mud at the scale of the resolution and the graphics. Even with the resolution at the plain 720p, it's still really ugly to look at, especially when you're on a 1080p monitor and you scale it down. It looks even worse. So if you're playing on a 720p monitor, it might look better. It's just the fact that it's downscaling it. It looks really bad. So as you can see, it can be really hard to distinguish what's in front of you because everything isn't one thing. It's cut in different like layers. If you look at the fencing or the chair, like the wires and the metal aren't connected, so it's really weird to look at. But an upside to that is because the foliage isn't so dense at times, you can see if somebody is behind it, but you can also see that looking into a distance would sometimes be a pain because you will see something moving, but you don't know what the hell it is. It could have been a tree, but you moved your head so it looked like it was a person. And I don't know how I won this firefight. He had an M16. No, he had a SCAR and I had a fucking pistol. But hey, guess FPS low settings help, because I was getting like something stupid like 300 FPS. So some upsides: if you had a low rig, you could play this game, but it would not be enjoyable. It'd be really hard to spot your targets, because you would see something, but you don't know what the hell it would be. Like you don't know what the fuck it would be whatsoever. I personally would get sick of looking at such a mud game. So I would probably say screw it and turn up some of the settings and get around 40 to 50 FPS instead of getting a lot more FPS even on low settings, where it may or may not help you have a better experience, as in for the lag and inconsistency of the lag spikes. So now that we've talked about two different graphical settings, let's put them side by side so it really kicks in to show how fucking bad it really is. Like, look, it on the ultra low, you can't distinguish bullshit from grass to mud. On ultra, you know what the grass is, you know what the dirt is, and the guns and all the textures look really nice on like an ultra low. It just kind of looks like one texture was slapped on, like we're back in the 90s. You know, I find the lighting is different between the two quality settings dramatically too. Like, one's really vibrant, the colors, the other one is one thing, just one texture kind of slapped on with like a cover layer on top. And like, if you look at the mats, like it kind of just looks like one little thing with like blobs of random dirt on it. And like, if you look at looking far away, one with the low graphics, yes, you can kind of see farther because of the foliage, but you don't know what you're looking at. So I'd rather have some more obscurity with the textures and be able to see the movement within the textures, unlike seeing something but not exactly knowing. But in the ultra settings, you can see what you're looking at. That's just a personal preference that I would rather have. If you like to play in ultra low settings, can you do it? Yeah, you can do it. I'll probably do some more testing on this to see how it goes in the future with more videos like this, because I actually found this pretty fun to do. But I would get sick of it. Like, I had to play on ultra low settings for the longest times and maybe get 30 FPS because I didn't have a nice rig. So you can do it, it's just not as enjoyable, unlike when you have a nice rig, able to play on decently nice quality settings and have a nice time. So to end this video, you can do it. Not enjoyable, but you can do it if you have to. I would not recommend it. I know esport players do, because they don't need all the quality settings turned up, because in the games they're playing, they know what they're looking at half the time, so they turn all of it down and they go from there. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.